Welcome back to Film Talk with AJ Dean, the show where we spotlight the storyteller, creators, and magic makers shaping the world of entertainment. I'm your host, AJ Dean, and today we have a truly dynamic guest in the studio. She's a singer, actress, author, ordained minister, and a powerhouse performer whose heart is just as big as her talent. From the stages of Las Vegas to audiences around the world, she uplifts, she inspires, and she really leaves a big sparkle wherever she goes. Please welcome the one and only and my beloved friend, Joelle Righetti. Hey, Joelle.
Hi, AJ. How are you, dear?
I'm doing great. Welcome, and I'm so glad I have missed you so much, and it's so good. Happy Halloween. You're on my Halloween
Happy
show.
Halloween. Yes, fun
Happy
times.
Happy Halloween to everybody. And I do want to let you know you look fabulous as Cher.
Thank you, babe.
I
I
just
did a
want
gig last night and I was sure it was funny. I had this big black wig on, with the curls and a hat on. And a guy said to me, "Okay, who are you supposed to be? I don't know who you are." And I said, "Well, I'm definitely not Diana Ross. Okay." And then he said, "Well, I still don't know who you are." I said, "Well, I'm not Slash." He goes, "That was my next question." So then I finally did like that. And he said, "Oh, you're Cher." I said, "Geez, it must have been the tongue gave it away." Woo!
Bum. Third time's the charm. I mean, my gosh,
Mm.
you were giving him so many options and so many chances.
It's funny. Yeah,
Great.
there will never be another Cher, but we can sure try to emulate her, right?
Yes, yes. And speaking, we love Cher, and she's in her 70s or 80s now, Joelle, something like
She'll
that.
be 80 next year. She's
Wow.
79.
So this is just one look. This is the younger Cher when she was with Sonny.
70s. When she was with Sonny, that rat, he hit a tree. Anyway.
That's so great. And then you also do you've got several versions of Cher. So if anyone wanted, like at a birthday party or even to
A
a,
wedding.
a wedding or a baby shower or any kind of fun thing, let's talk
Mhm.
about that. You do something incredible, and you're the only one I know in Las Vegas who does it your way and with your style. And you
Yeah.
do the Gypsy Mobile Minister. And tell us about that, Joelle.
So in 2015, I came up with a concept to have a mobile pastoral service, and I've just recently branched out and done some new things I've added on. But originally, it was a mobile wedding service where I would cater to elopements anywhere in Southern Nevada, and that took off, and it's done quite well. And then when I became a pastor in 2022, I realized that most people don't have a home church or a pastor that they can have in their back pocket that they can call. And so I decided to branch out, and now I'm able to do living room memorials, which happened during COVID because they couldn't do funerals. So, like, if someone gets cremated, it's a memorial. And then also baby dedications, baptisms. And I also partner with the prisons. I do prison weddings, federal building weddings for those being deported. I just did one of those 2 weeks ago. And of course, just the good old fashioned wedding that happens and funeral. And how about hospital memorial or hospital wedding? I have clients that are on hospice. I currently work in hospice, and sometimes they have to get married for legal purposes for their things, and a lot of bedside weddings.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that so much. And I want to thank you, Joelle, for this is spiritual work. You're doing spiritual work that is so important for this world. And I want to thank you for that. It's a lot of energy work. You put a lot of your heart and your soul into this because you love people. And it's really a wonderful mission that you have. And I'm so proud of you. So you have your own website, right? Right? The Gypsy
I do
Mobile
the
Minister?
Gypsy Mobile, yeah, the gypsymobileminister.com. And it's a one-stop shop. You can put down a non-refundable. I always collect a non-refundable deposit prior to booking. And I have people call me for same-day service. I've done a ton of things. This past weekend was real busy because of the date 10, 25, 25. And so there were, gosh, I think I did 6 weddings this weekend. It was great.
Wow,
Yeah,
incredible.
really.
Congratulations on that. And
Thank
so if
you.
anyone wants to have a fun, now you also do regular just business attire for the gypsy,
Corporates. Oh
right?
yeah, 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 yeah. For the gypsy, yeah, I'm just a regular pastor, but yeah, also do a lot of corporates as share. I did one last night over at the Cosmopolitan, and that was for a banking convention, and so I walked around and just took pictures with people. It was really fun. So anyway,
Super
yeah.
fun, super fun. So if you want a regular wedding with corporate style, Joelle looks absolutely gorgeous and lovely. I have seen the photos. Check out her website. And then, or if you want a themed type of gypsy
Wedding or
mobile,
memorial or whatever.
right? What kind of what characters can you dress up of? We have the wonderful Cher. What other characters do you? Is it anything? Is it
Well,
impromptu?
I believe it or not, I've done weddings as Celine Dion, Britney Spears, let's see, Cher, and a rocker chick. I've done that with a big spiky wig, and I don't know. I in my closet I have so many wigs and costumes and things, so there's always something I could be doing. It's fun.
Cheers to you,
Hey,
Joelle.
cheers with
And
juice.
cheers with juice. This is our, that's right.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about that. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, I'm super excited about this. This is your new book.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. It's called Conversations with a Chaplain, Encounters with God. And I just love this so much. I want everyone to go. This is such a great Christmas gift, or Thanksgiving gift, or if, just a birthday gift.
Hmm.
This is part of who you are as a person and the experiences, right, that you've encountered. Tell us a little bit about it, Joelle.
Well, uh, I started writing this 3 years ago when I entered into hospice as a pastor, and I realized that the need for hope was something that was necessary. So it's a story about my journey, about how I went from the stage to the bedside. That's part one. But it also gives these miniature stories about things that happen with my clients and the outcomes of them, and just interesting stories. And I've found that I designed the book to be with every year to write a volume. So this is my first volume, and you can get it on Amazon. I also did it on Audible where I narrated it myself. So if you're not a reader, it's not a book where you go, "Oh, I'm not going to believe that." It's not a I need to turn you or you're going to burn. It's not that at all. It's more of a conversation with a pastor or a chaplain about their experiences and what they do. It's an interesting book, and one that I plan to keep writing, because there's so many things that happen in my life on a day-to-day basis. It's crazy.
Do you find a lot of coincidences? Because we're talking about people's lives, and do you find messages that come through that are repeated time and time again?
Yeah, well, first of all, I don't think you can do the job of what I do without having suffered a little bit, because you don't understand suffering unless you've suffered. And I truly believe that God takes us through our life not to make sure that we go through things, but that we take the things that we've learned and take the hard times and turn them around and use them as tools to help others. We're not here for ourselves. We're not here very long. And when I chose to step up to the plate and accept the role as pastor and work for God, I knew that there would be a divine calling, and it's incredible the things that I have learned. So.
That I love this so much. And Joelle, can you, I know this is impromptu and you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but could you give a blessing to everybody who's watching
Oh,
this?
yes, absolutely. Prayer is very, very strong. And I don't think enough of us realize the divine intervention that goes into prayer. And so, something that I do every single day with my clients, and even this morning, I had a meeting at hospice, and one of my nurses was having a tough day. And she just shook her head and looked at me, and I said, "Do you need prayer?" And she said, "Absolutely." So I went in the other room and laid hands on her and prayed on her. But there's something to be said about prayer. Don't forget that there is a spiritual realm that we cannot see, and when we tap into that, God listens, He hears everything. And it says, when two or more are gathered in His name, He is with us. And so let's pray right now. Heavenly Father, I just lift up AJ and Jeff and this show to you, Lord, and everyone who's watching today. I pray a blessing over their homes. I pray safety for their families and their children. I pray for their futures and the future generations that hold the key to life, and for the hope of heaven that God has provided us for those of us who believe. I thank you for tuning in today, and for all of you precious souls. I pray that you get a sign from a beautiful bird that God really is alive and living among us. In Jesus' name, amen.
And amen. Thank you so much, Joelle. And this is true. God works in mysterious ways, and He does send signals and signs to each of us every day if we just listen, right? Through birds.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And can it be through it can be through other people, right? And birds and other ways, right? Situations.
Animals. It's amazing. One of the things that the Bible talks about is, the birds of the air, and there's signs everywhere. If you just open your eyes. I did a study last summer of a book called All Things New by John Eldridge, and it talks about the hope of heaven. But it's interesting. I didn't realize that the Bible says that there will be a new heaven, but it also says there will be a new earth. Wow, that's different. It doesn't just say we're going to go to heaven and live on a cloud. It says we're going to come back and infiltrate the earth. That's what the Bible tells us. And if that is true, then we get to come back and do this all over again without tears, without sickness, without pain. And there's a scripture in Revelation that says a lion and a lamb will lay together, that a baby can crawl over a wild beast. I mean, to think about that, to think that the Garden of Eden wasn't something that God just annihilated because somebody ate an apple. It was meant to be lived in. And so it's just interesting to me that that's the hope that I give, that listen, this is not the final stop. We don't end here, that this is just a thoroughfare, and our skin bags, this thing that we're inside, our souls leave. And I believe that to be absent with the body is to be to be present with the Lord. Here's one that I'm going to let you try on for size. What if it is true that just like we go to sleep here and wake up, that we go to heaven when we die and we fall asleep? And I believe we wake up, and that's where we're able to um, see our loved ones before they pass. So, isn't that interesting?
It's beautiful and it is
Yeah.
interesting and fascinating. And, there's a lot of mystery and magic with God. There's a lot of hidden secrets that He has that He wants to reveal to us through this life. And you're right.
Yeah.
It's we're passing through, and I say, have the most positive power of positive thinking that you can, right, Joelle?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and
I
live.
mean, I think people get stuck on the trials of life. They think that, well, this card today's terrible, and how could God give this to me? And why do bad things happen to good people? Well, because sin lives in the world. It's unfortunate, but that's the thing that we have to deal with. And, every one of us is given a piece of our puzzle every day. And sometimes your piece, when you put it on the wall of the tapestry that's already there, it makes no sense to you. It doesn't look like anything. But in years to come, and the things that God has for us, if we would just be patient enough to wait, see what that tapestry is going to look like. It's gorgeous. Every one of us has a beautiful tapestry. And sometimes we have to get those crappy cards in order to fulfill what the whole thing's going to look like. Sometimes you have to get the dirt on the ground that looks terrible for that one picture, but you just don't know what's coming. So,
I love that so much. I was gonna do a little funny on the end and say a little dirt never hurt.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is so
But
true.
you're so right, Joelle.
Yeah,
It's we need to be patient, and because God is patient, isn't He? He's the master. He's basically Father Time. So He has our lives laid out according to what we are
his
supposed to do
plan.
on this planet, right? Is that
Yeah,
right?
his plan. His plan. I mean, it's listen, it's better than what I could come up with. So,
Yeah. And
um,
to all, I just want to say to all our Italian friends out there, because I'm 18.3% Italian and very proud of it. And Joelle, I know you're like full Italian, aren't you?
I am, my mom recently did her DNA, one of those test things those test kits you buy at home, and she was 98% Italian.
I
So,
love it.
and my father is too. So, yeah, I can't imagine that there's anything other than that
Yeah.
infiltrated within our bloodstream. So,
And
anyway,
we
oddly
love it.
enough, how many Italians are on here today by show of hands? And while you're watching, if you are, raise your hand. You know why the Italians don't like the Jehovah's Witnesses? We don't like any witnesses. Oh, ba-dum-bum.
I love it. I love it. I was going to say, hail to the Romans. Okay.
Whatever works. Whatever works in your juice.
So funny. Cheers to that. Okay,
Yeah.
so how can we get your book, Conversations with a Chaplain, on your website?
You can go to the website, but it's on Amazon. Amazon, just go to Amazon.com and Conversations with a Chaplain. I love Amazon. I mean, you can buy anything on Amazon. And we have such a frequent system today where if you need something, you just go and Google Amazon and it's amazing what comes up. It's also on Audible. Audible has the book as well.
Great.
And it's incredible because I narrate the book for you. Sorry, I have animals that are requiring to be let out of a room so that they don't go crazy. Anyway, yeah, so Audible's great. I've had a lot of people say to me, wow, it's so much better when you read it to me. Um, because it comes to life, right?
It's your voice, Joelle.
Yeah,
And you have a lovely voice.
thank you.
So while you narrate your book, it's like you're there with them, speaking.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
really cool.
And I love your voice because you have it resonates so well. And I think that's intrinsic because you've always kind of been a performer, right? Your background, you grew up around performers, and
Oh gosh, yeah.
isn't that true? So,
Well,
okay, so check Joelle's book out on Amazon.com or her website. And then
yeah.
also, I wanted to talk, I have a few questions here about, um, we're going to talk about your Gypsy, Joelle and your band, Joelle and
Oh,
the
Joelle and the
Gypsies.
gypsies. Yeah, everything's
Okay.
revolved around the gypsy. And it's funny because people say, why do you say gypsy? And, I feel like a ping pong ball because I'm all over the place.
Yes, yes.
So it's a gypsy, not by definition, but most definitely because it's funny. And that's pretty much the extent of it. So don't get too serious on yourself when you start pulling that apart. A lot of people say, well, did you know that the gypsy represents? Well, I'm not buying that. So anyway.
I agree. I'm with you 100%. And I love it. I love the name Joella and the Gypsies. Look at that cute hat that she has on her logo. You can always follow Joelle. You can always follow Joelle on Facebook, and she has an Instagram as well. I did want to mention a few shows you have coming up. November 1st at the Tuscany Piazza Lounge, the Gypsy Duo from 7 to 10:30 p.m.
Yep.
November 7th, Friday, Frankie's Uptown, the Gypsy Duo from 8 to 11 p.m. And then again, November 8th, Saturday at Roxy's Lounge at Sam's Town, 5111 Boulder Highway, Gypsy Band from 8 to 12 p.m. November 15th, Saturday, Roxy's Lounge, again, same time, 8 to 12 p.m. November 29th, Roxy's Lounge. So they can see you. You'll be appearing also November 30th. Oh, this is special.
No, no,
November.
that one's not on there anymore. I have to pull that one off of there.
Oh, okay.
That's another story. However, so we have been doing a lot of corporates, Sam's Town, and they have just reopened Roxy's Lounge there at Sam's Town, and it's a really cute little lounge. The bar is on the stage is on top of the bar, so it's
Oh,
really fun,
oh,
and it really has a theater type feel, but it's in a bar. So. I love that. It's great. It's actually in the east side of town and not my normal place where I hang my hat and play. So it's a good thing. So anyway,
wonderful. Wonderful.
and
So, go ahead.
it's my Instagram is Joelle and the Gypsy Band. and the Facebook and all that. So it's not just Joelle and the Gypsies, it's Joelle and the Gypsy Band. So,
Oh,
and-
thank you for that correction. Yes, Joelle and the
yeah.
Gypsy Band.
All right.
Wonderful.
This is Gotti. This is John Gotti.
Hi,
And
John
he,
Gotti. How are you? What a cutie patootie. And
yeah,
I know you love animals too, and so do
yeah,
we.
yeah,
And they're so special, aren't they, Joelle? I mean, they're family basically, and I think
yeah.
they help us and guide us a little bit and are there for us, don't you? What do you feel about that
I
for
totally
animals?
agree. I have a chapter in my book about dogs
You
and some
do?
of the things. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Some of the things that have happened with a few animals that I've had. Really interesting concept there. And I tell you, I believe that there will be animals in heaven. And the Bible talks about how Jesus comes back on a white horse. So I have to believe that there will be animals there. So it's pretty
Oh,
cool.
wonderful. I love that. And horses are very special, aren't they? I have a friend who owns a horse and they have such an incredible history. They used to be, for our transportation with a buggy and a cart. And I want to share just a moment real quick about how people can still, do some research on horses and they're still valuable and they're still wonderful. And if you can rescue a horse, please do that. Isn't that true, right, Joelle? So,
Yeah, I don't know about rescuing a horse, but
okay. Well, if you,
That's great. I owed to you for rescuing a horse. I personally don't have the land to accommodate that, but hey, whatever works, unless it's a pony.
I don't have it either. I don't have land either. But to those who do, I just want to tip my hat and say thank you. Joelle, I've got a few questions here. You've worn so many creative hats.
Mm,
Singer, actress, author, minister. When people ask you what you do, what feels the most true to you in your answer right now?
I'm a servant.
That's so
I'm a
beautiful.
servant. That's the most comfortable to me is serving others. You know, every one of us, you remove the titles off of people's names and we're just people. You know,
Yes.
I just think that yeah, I do a lot of things, but every one of us has gifts and you got to tap into those gifts. And as long as I'm breathing, I will tap into everything that I've been offered. I have a suitcase full of things that I can do. And some I do great, some I don't, but I just try. You know, you got to get up every day and just swing really hard. Um, and but I truly feel that my life was spared. I had a near death and God plucked me to stick around and he had something for me to do and he told me, and so as long as I'm here I'm going to help others. In the very back of my book is a is something written by a fellow pastor in town named Rory Johnston, and it's called Be That Guy. And what it basically says is be that guy that gets things done for other people. Don't just say you're going to help somebody. Do help them. Do the right thing. Step in and give it your all. Take care of yourself first. Make sure you can give yourself away, but really, be the guy for others. And I lead with that in hospice, that I really try to be that guy for somebody. And so many times I've had people say to me, "You're so valuable because you are there. You'll answer your phone. You'll answer the question, and if you can't do it, you'll find somebody that can." And really, we're very resourceful. And I always find myself saying, "Don't be lazy. Don't stop helping people. Don't sit back and say, well, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Be the one. Get in there and get in the game." So, yeah.
Oh, I love that about you, Joelle. And I think so many people do as well. And but you have so many more great qualities as well as a person and personality. And I just love that you said that. And everybody, please listen to Joelle. She knows she's been through it. Like you said, you had a near-death experience and you survived all that. You're stronger for it. And look at you now. And I love how you shine and you're shining bright. And keep going, Joelle, because you inspire us and we need people like you in this world. We have to keep going. And
Are
you're
wonderful people. I just want to say that with social media, it really has highlighted the negativity in the world. But I got to tell you, If you look hard enough, there are wonderful human beings. There are angels on earth. You just have to open your eyes. Not everything is all hell and brimstone and misery and uncomfortness. And yeah, there's seasons of crap. There is. I'm not going to lie to you. I've lived it, I've driven through it. But there is sunny skies on the other side of the mountain. The Bible doesn't tell us we're going to have great lives with rainbows and butterflies. It says in the world, you're going to have problems. So buckle up. Buckle up and just get in it, get in the game and stop sitting in the sidelines and complaining. And I say to people that don't have anything better to do, find something to do, go help somebody. If
Yeah,
you're going to sit and complain about it, then get in the game and make it and change it, try and make it different. And my last thing that I want to say about that is be kind. Just be kind. Kindness is free. Just be nice. It's really that simple.
it is. It is.
You
It's
know?
yeah, yeah. I love it. I love your words of wisdom and advice. And yes, and in today's world, I want to back you up on that and also say about being jealous. I want to talk about being jealous and envy because I've been hearing a lot of that in the news lately. And if people are like that, it blocks their blessings, doesn't it, Joelle? I mean, we're
Gosh, yes, absolutely.
we are to be
Absolutely.
we're to be happy and congratulate people, and that path will open up goodness for you. Isn't that right, Joelle? I wanted to know
Yeah.
what you thought
Um,
about that.
I think that there is too much time spent looking at other people's lives. If you're going to look at other people's lives, then be happy for them. It's hard because I think people spend so much time looking down on others instead of looking around and being joyful. It's really easy to look at someone else's life and think, wow, they have it all. I want what they have, but you don't know what they had to do to get there.
Yeah.
So stay in your lane, keep your head down, and I think of life as being on a boat with God being the one running the ship, and we're just supposed to row. So shut up and row. Like
Cheers to
shut
that.
up and row and help somebody and be kind and get your rest and take your vitamins and stop drinking and not thinking and work out.
Exactly, Cher. Tell them, sister. I want to hear
Very,
it.
very, oh,
So
stay in your lane.
I think
If it's not your sink, it's not your dishes. Stop cleaning everybody's dishes.
that's so great. I think that should be a t-shirt. Shut up and
And
get
row. Shut
shut
up
up
and
and
row.
row.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody,
So
get your paddles.
that's it. So my husband and I, for the last 7 years, we have created a show called nothingbuttthebest.com. Well, it's called, we have a website where you can view some of the videos and such. It's called nothingbuttthebestvegas.com. And my husband is from Rhode Island. He is the star of the Rat Pack. He's the Frank Sinatra for the last 11 years. And him and I have created this show bringing back tributes to the icons of Las Vegas, Frank Sinatra, Dinah Shore, Elvis, um, Sammy Davis Jr.,
Hmm.
Anne Margaret, and it goes on and on. Nancy Sinatra. What we've done is we emulate and take pieces, especially from. I don't know if any of you would remember Steve and Edie Gourmet, but they were the
Yes.
lounge act. Yeah, so
Yes.
we have gone on the internet and researched their journey. They had an incredible show. Sometimes they played with 50-piece symphonies. And so we have taken a few of their medleys and had them rewritten for us. And so our show caters to my journey and Chris's journey in show business through our families. My dad worked for Elvis. My uncle worked for Sinatra as his saxophone player. And Chris's uncle was an Engelbert impersonator, and he grew up in the theater, running around following his family in show business. So those two things, we show pictures of our life. Chris is also a drummer. So there's just all these different excerpts, and then we get a chance to emulate and give tribute to some of these artists from Vegas. Nothing But the Best is the name of the show, and we do that a couple times a year when Chris is not touring or playing with Rat Pack, and when I'm not working in the field as a pastor or doing Joelle and the Gypsies on the weekends. And so we just build that up, and it's fun.
It's wonderful. And
Yeah.
I've seen your performances. I've seen you and I've met you in real life, both of you, and you're fabulous people and wonderful entertainers as well. You're a class act. So please check it out. Here is a picture of Chris and Joelle. Aren't they a lovely couple? We just adore them and love them. They're so gorgeous, and they're the consummate professionals on stage. You will be delighted, and it will be such a joy. And so check their website. Right when you said 2 times a year, twice a year.
Right now, we have some bookings in the East Coast in September. We're also waiting on a couple bookings, possibly in Idaho and another one in California. But nothing but the bestvegas.com is where you can check that out. I also post the things on my website. Next year is going to be pretty busy, and I'll be posting those dates up pretty soon. JoelleRighetti.com is my website. And gosh, the internet is amazing. You can find anything out.
Absolutely. And I love it. And you're going to enjoy this show. Get your tickets and check in, keep checking back with Joelle's website or nothingbutthebest.com because these two are fabulous. If you love Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr. like I do, and all of the great classic songs, Joelle and Chris are very special. They have a way of delivering it that captures you up into that era, and you will have a fun and enjoyable time. It'll be so great. I've been there and I've enjoyed it. I love you both.
Love you.
And I can't wait to hear. I'm super excited for both of you. And I
Mhm.
can't wait to hear more about you. And look at this. This is a gorgeous photo. I just have to say, va va boom. All
Oh,
right. That's all I'm.
that was taken backstage in September. We were in Rhode Island. We were performing in the Courthouse Theater there. And we always play Hollis, New Hampshire, the Fulcino Wine Vineyard every year. We sell out to a sunset dinner with a live orchestra. It's really cool. So, anyway,
It's a
just a
great.
little excerpts of nothingbutthebestvegas.com. Don't forget to get the book, Conversations with a Chaplain. That's on amazon.com. And of course, if you ever come to Vegas and you want to see a band gig, I'm all over. I play somewhere every weekend. I've been a resident at Tuscany for 7 years. And I'm always at, yeah, every month I'm at Frankie's Uptown in downtown Summerlin, which is a Rhode Island restaurant right here in Las Vegas. They serve all Rhode Island food. And so I'm at Frankie's Uptown every month. I'm um, always at Sam's Town, at Roxy's.
Wow.
And gosh, downtown, I play a bunch of bars downtown too, all over the place. But just enjoying life. And if you ever want to get married, the Gypsy Mobile Minister. If you ever need to get buried, the Gypsy Mobile Minister.
Yes, yes, you do it all. You do it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a one-stop shop, and
Yeah.
it's so much fun too. And thank you so much, Joelle, for everything that you do. I have a couple more questions I wanted to ask before. You're such an incredible performer. Look at this great photo of you. Where was this taken?
I was at the Tuscany 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago at the Tuscany. Look what fun, and I love the silver microphone that you've got there.
Oh yeah,
Just
the
a
bling.
fabulous, oh, just so beautiful. And look, you're having a wonderful time there. Everyone will enjoy it, so get your tickets. But
Oh,
before,
there's no tickets. It's free. That's in the
oh,
lounge.
oh, it's
Mhm.
free. Oh, okay,
Oh, it's
great.
free.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Well,
lounge is free. Tuscany, all those things are free. The
oh my
Nothing But the Best show, that's different,
God.
but
Okay.
this is free. By the way,
Yes.
January 10th at the Italian American Club, I'm doing a book signing for my book,
Mhm.
and it's a $25 ticket. It includes my husband singing Frank Sinatra with a piano player. I'll be signing books, and for the $25 ticket, you get a free book and a book sign.
Oh my gosh, what a
So yeah, that's
deal.
happening January 10th. I just found that out yesterday. We're gonna get on that, but that's coming soon. So
Congratulations. That's
yeah,
fabulous. That's so wonderful. So, and what a deal too. That sounds like a fun event for
yeah,
families.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so check that out. And Joelle, before each of your performances, do you have a ritual or something that you do before? Can you share with us what it is?
Yeah. I do an opera warm up with my voice. Yeah, I was trained by a beautiful operatic vocalist named Violetta, who was in the Metropolitan Opera. I trained with her when I was 12 years old, and then later on, I went to train with another incredible performer named Jimmy Lockett. that he was in Juilliard, and he was actually the voice of the plant in Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour. You know that. Um, anyway, so yeah, I have a full-blown operatic vocal warm-up. It drives my husband crazy. He puts earplugs in and goes in the other room because he gets really irritated. But
Wow.
but every time I it's the only way that I can warm my voice up. This is a tool. It's something that has to be nurtured and worked with and worked on. And as many years as I've been singing, it's a constant work of art. So yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Do you ever, I've heard Celine Dion takes olive oil before she performed in the past. Do you ever take anything like that?
No, I drink ginger. Sometimes my husband makes fresh ginger juice. It's the root and
Oh,
it's blended with lemon and cayenne and then poured away from the pulp, of course, and you just get the fresh juice. And I shoot that or put it in hot water. It's amazing.
thank you for that recipe. Okay, everybody, that'll be your homework for tonight.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, what is your favorite all-time song to sing? So I was looking, you're looking so good. I watched your video on Vegas 3 last year, filmed October 1st, 2024. You were singing Bobby McGee,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I just love that rendition. There's so many great classics that you do. What's your favorite one, Joelle?
Gosh, I don't know that I really have one. You know, it's funny. I am in my heart and soul. I love to sing rock and roll. I love to sing Led Zeppelin. I love to sing anything, anything rock hard. That's kind of my passion. Lately, the group does anything from the 60s all the way to today. And my set list is crazy because there isn't a song genre that I stick in. You might hear something from the 80s from I don't know, from Duran Duran, and then you might hear something from Led Zeppelin, and then you might hear something from the 60s. I don't know, Boots Are Made for Walking from Nancy
Oh,
Sinatra.
yeah.
Just the song selection is all over the map. And so there isn't anything that I say that I really love more than one thing than another. My heart and passion most definitely is with the rock and roll stuff. I'm actually working on a medley right now with Ozzy Osbourne. I loved Ozzy Osbourne ever since I was a little girl. And A Buck at the Moon, like all those songs and anything Zeppelin, anything, just that hard rock and roll stuff for me to try and turn it to like an acoustical sort of a cool eclectic thing is great. One of my favorite tunes that I do every time I play is "What's Up" by Four Non Blondes. Four Non Blondes,
Wow.
she was brilliant back in the day in the 80s. I've followed her career for years and years, and that's one tune that I love to do. And I always encourage people to turn the lights on their cell phone.
Oh,
And I say, I was born in the 60s and they had these things called lighters. Well, they don't have those anymore. Well, if you're a smoker, but anyway, typically they have the vapes now, so nobody lights up with a lighter. So I make people put their cell phones out, and the bar will entirely light up as I'm singing, the song by Four Non Blondes. And
how
yeah,
beautiful.
What's Up is the tune, and I love it. So anyway.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much, Joelle.
uh,
Okay, well, we're going to have to start wrapping up the show, but I have one more question for you. What do you hope people experience after they see your work or read your book? How do you want them or hear you perform? How do you want them to feel?
that hope is not canceled. Hope is not canceled. And every day we have to get up and just swing our bat. We get a bat, we get one chance, get up and swing and just do what you do. What is that?
Oh, it's the heart message. This is
Oh,
your heart. This is a chrysoprase. God made this, right? A chrysoprase gemstone, and
nice.
this is my signature. This is, on
Oh,
you
I love that.
and you're saying. I was going to say, what is your heart message? This is it. Take it away, Joelle. Yes.
Yeah, hope is not canceled. And you don't know what's coming. So don't cancel hope. People they get stuck and they cancel hope. One of the things I talk about in my book is your mind is like a closet and we take our memories and we put each different thing in compartments and suitcases in our mind. But here's the cool thing. Yeah, you can pull out a suitcase and open it up and get depressed, but you can close the suitcase, put it away, and step out of there and get out of there and go jump and skip into today, you know,
Yes.
where hope lives. So
Absolutely. Skip into today. I love it. There's so
good.
many t-shirt slogans that we've talked about. You could have a whole business start right here. You're so great at it, Joelle.
Thank you.
But you're right. Skip into today. And you're right. Hope is not canceled because do you
Mm-mm.
find that people are really kind of sad right now? Do you find that they're a little bit down? And we need to just be encourage each other and lift each other up and cheers to one another. What do you say, Joelle?
I say salute, chin
Salute.
in Italian.
Salute. Mm. Cheers to that. Okay, well, is there anything else you wanted to say before we wrap up, Joelle? I've enjoyed this so much and I adore you and love you.
Thank you. I adore you too. I love you too. You've been like a sister to me all these years. Just the reminders of the websites, joellerighetti.com, the Gypsy Mobile Min the Gypsy Mobile Minister.com, Joelle and the Gypsy Band, or nothingbutthebestvegas.com for any upcoming shows. And don't forget to go to Amazon and buy the book.
Yes, for Christmas.
Conversations with a Chaplain. Check it
Con-
out
Conversations with a Chaplain. Check it out. Encounters with God by Joelle Righetti. And you can get it on Kindle and narrated, the audiobook as well.
on
And
On Audible. Yep.
happy Halloween, everybody. And happy,
Happy Halloween! Yippee!
go have, be safe and go have fun.
Well, fun. God bless you.
God
Bye-bye.
bless you. Bye bye for now.